Shalom, shalom. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I'm going to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. In this video, I want to touch on the topic of Janus. Okay, today is January 1st, 2023, the so-called New Year. Okay, and everybody's saying Happy New Year. But when you actually go into this pagan holiday, it has nothing, it's actually not the New Year. Okay, so let's go here. It says Janus. This is from the Common Era. Janus, the ritual of the New Year. So this is a ritual of the New Year. Okay, people partake in every year. Okay, at the end of the year, you know, they wait for the ball to drop the fireworks. You know, you get drunk. You know, you had a lot of car accidents last night. People was crashing their cars totaled. You see. And this is all in the celebration of a pagan deity named Janus. Okay, we're going to read a little bit about this pagan deity and go into how our people have always been participating in witchcraft and sorcery and worshiping idols, man. You know, idol worship, and why the Lord is very upset with us because of this. So, we'll start off with Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahawah spake unto you, O house of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. Thus saith Yahawah, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for they are dismayed at them. So the Lord told us to not learn the ways of these heathen men. Don't go after the ways and the customs, you know, the traditions of these heathens that are round about us, because it is paganism. It says, for the customs of the people are vain. Okay, the customs of these people are vain. Now we're going to go into some history, okay, or the origins of this new year that you celebrated. Okay, it comes from a deity named Janus. It says, a Roman god with no Greek counterpart. Okay, this is a Roman god with no Greek counterpart. And if you remember, the Romans were the ones that, you know, ultimately crucified our Lord. Okay, behissed the wanting of the Jews, which were the Lord's own people. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians are the true children of the Most High, and the Jews are the Negroes, and you Negroes rejected the Lord, okay, and gave them up to the Romans, Salakia, and now you're worshiping their gods. It says, a Roman god with no Greek counterpart, Janus, was deeply entrenched in the psyche of Rome, born long before the Greek pantheon was adopted by the Romans. Strange and ancient, Janus was depicted with 2, sometimes 4 faces. One face is always looking back, reflecting, analyzing, learning from the past, and the other looks forward with eyes filled with hope. And that's what you see in these, what you always see on December 31st, you know, at 12:58, 12:59, and then, you know, when, 11:58, 11:59, and then when 12 o'clock hits, you know, these people lose it, and then all the fireworks go off, you know, people, you know. And I remember when I was growing up, you know, we used to always end up having to go to church. You know, they'll say go to church on New Year's, and you will spend New Year's in church or whatever. And then that was, you know, pretty much a ritual. And they were saying that if you, whatever you spend your New Year's, that's what you're going to be doing for the majority of the rest of the year. So you would spend your New Year's in church, and then you'll be in church all year getting indoctrinated with, you know, false doctrines, you know. So that's what these people do. It says one face is always looking back, reflecting, analyzing, learning from the past. The other looks forward, eyes filled with hope to the future. More metaphor than God, Janus presided over doors and gates, and more importantly, they represented transitions. So this deity they were put over their doors and their gates. Like how you have like a statue or something, or like a scribe. You may how you say it. I guess like scribe stuff into the wall. They will put this deity's face on the wall, or on the gate, on the door. It says Ovid describes two-headed Janus, an opener of the softly gliding year. As a bit of an enigma, Janus did more than make sure people entered doorways and in ways that would bring luck. He had a hand in everything, invoked at the start of the look at this, invoked at the start of every sacrifice. Perveror of all the beginnings, again, the father of the year. Beginnings were sacred to the double-faced God. Though he could be found on either side of the threshold, an exit is the same as an entrance, depending on which side you view it. Time is in Ouroboros, a snake eating its own tail. And you see that, sometimes in, popular culture, they'll have a snake eating his own tail, be like a circle, Yeah, that goes into that too. It says, under his protection were the beginning of the day, the month, and of the year, and of the first month, January. It is named for him. You see, so the month of January, which we are in, is named after this deity, this false god, this Roman god. And this is why the Lord, he's going to start judging this place, man. Because a lot of the things that you deal with, and even just saying January, man, you don't realize that you are, reverencing a false god. It says a chapter closing, which he looks upon thoughtfully. The beginning of a time period is not a static state, but a transition, a doorway. Janus oversaw all transitions, tangible or not. A step over the threshold, a new year, moon cycle, new schools or jobs, new birth or marriage or death, birth and marriage and death, roads that separate the city from the country, the thin, terrible, divided between war and peace. It says, naturally, the Romans had a penchant for doorways, superstitions. As they were traveling, Romans went through ceremonial gateways with intent to bring good fortune to marching armies, traveling merchants, and the common folk. Sometimes an image of a key or the very likeness of the god with two faces was carved above doorways to remind Romans to walk through doorways with intention, literally or figuratively, else they might risk bad luck upon their transition. The practice of a symbol above the doorway is done in many cultures even today as a blessing, or as a blessing, a reminder, or a welcoming gesture. If this resonates with you, try placing a meaningful symbol or talisman above your door to greet those who enter your home with good luck, with good fortune, and gentle transitions. So there you go, man. And it's a bunch more, but you get the picture. This is some false garbage, man. You see, but if you don't actually pay attention and seek YAHAWASHI and come into the spirit, you'll be like everybody else, just drinking that drunk off that Babylonian juice, man. You see, the new year, the real new year, is in the spring. That's when all the plants and animals are coming out of hibernation. The plants are growing back. The snow is melting away. The new year is not in the middle of the winter. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. So let's go here. It says 2 Kings chapter 17, verse 12. It says, for they served idols, whereof the Yahawah had said unto them, ye shall not do this thing. The Lord told us not to do this. It says, and yet Yahawah satisfied us, like it testified against Israel and against Judah, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians, by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers and which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. The Lord commanded us to keep his laws, to serve him. It says, notwithstanding, they would not hear, but hardened their necks like to the neck of their fathers, that did not believe in Yahawah their power. You see, you didn't believe in your true God, and you hardened your necks. Our people are constantly being hard-headed. That's why we had to constantly keep going into slavery. It says, and they rejected his statutes and his covenants, and that he made with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them. You see, so they rejected. You rejected the statutes and the commandments and the covenant you made with the Lord. And you rather keep the commandments and the statutes and the covenant that you made with the heathen. It says, in his testimonies which he testified against them, and they followed vanity. You are following vanity and became vain, worshiping these false gods and these pagan gods. That's going to make you worthless, man. That's going to make you, fit for that destruction. So, and something as simple as, watching some fireworks on this day and watching the ball drop and you wearing a Happy New Year hat. Yeah, you may think it's light, but to the Lord, you don't realize what you are doing. Okay? And this is why you see a lot of people getting put to death, in gruesome ways, especially, on, this, last night, a lot of people died, man. We went into Christmas, we went into Thanksgiving, we went into Halloween, we went into all these pagan holidays, showing you that these things are not of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. You got to turn back from this. And I'm speaking to you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. It says, and his testimonies which he testified against them, and they followed vanity and became vain, and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom Yahawah had charged them that they should not do like them. So you're not supposed to do like these heathens, man. The Lord told us, he commanded us, he said that we're not supposed to do that. But our people became, followed vanity, bullshit, folly, assert a great dignity here, and became vain. You're all about this nothing, It says, and went after the heathen that were round about them. So they went after the heathen. They went after their, these other nations, these Edomites, these Ishmaelites, these Hamites, these, the Moabites, the Ammonites, your Africans, your Japanese, your Chinese, your whites, your Arabs, all of them, man. People have followed the customs of these heathens, and it has constantly put us in a worse and worse predicament on this earth, man. And this is why to this day, they are ruling over us. They have power over us. They can kill you and go back home and sleep in any bed with their family the same night. Okay? This is Mark chapter 7, verse 6. It says, he answered and said unto them, well hath Elijah prophesied unto you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. So you people say you believe in the Lord, you trust in the Lord, oh, you know the Lord, but your heart is really far from him. You don't really believe in the Lord, man. You don't really believe in the Lord. It says, howbeit do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. It's a commandment of men to go out here and celebrate this pagan holiday, man. Where are you going to find New Year's in the Bible? It says, for laying aside the commandments of the Most High, ye hold the traditions of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such things ye do. Okay, you are holding fast these traditions of men. New Year's, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. These are all traditions of men. It says, and not only that, evil, wicked, pagan men, heathens. It says, and he said unto them, full well ye know ye reject the commandment of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, that ye may keep your own tradition. You see? And that's what our people all constantly did, man. Okay? They constantly wanted to keep their own traditions, follow the ways after the heathen, pretty much be demons. And this is why you're going to see a lot of our people end up getting put to death. Okay? It says, let's see. This is, I'll go right here. Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after her Mashiach. So you people are being spoiled, okay, through the philosophy and vain deceit after the tradition of men, heathen men, pagans, demons. It says, after the rudiments of the world, you are making yourself of this world. And what happens when this world get destroyed? You will be destroyed with it. You will be destroyed with it, man. Okay? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and as his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone all way backwards. Okay, our people are going backwards. You keep going into the same traps, the same, idolatries, man. It says, why should ye be stricken anymore? Why should the Lord punish you and put you in slavery anymore? This is our last captivity. If you can't get it this time around, then the Lord's going to have to destroy you. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, the whole heart is faint. You see? So our people, you're going to just revolt and keep going and doing wickedness and more wickedness and more wickedness. And, eventually the Lord's going to have to put you out of your misery, man. The Lord's going to have to put you, Jakes, out of your misery. If you celebrated this pagan holiday, New Year's, okay, so-called New Year's, then the Lord's going to put you out of your misery, man. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You people don't even research nothing. You don't even look that up. You won't even, want to. You see? And because of that, you are destroyed. You follow in these customs and you don't even know what Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas and New Year's come from. But you out there, the main one with a damn Happy New Year, hat on, man. And this used to be us in the world because we were raised in ignorance. But now as we have become adults, ignorance can no longer be bliss. We are in an information age. You can look these things up and know, When it says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast also rejected knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. The Lord is going to reject you. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Well, you people going to die, and you're going to see your children die, man. Because you going off and you wicked, and you raising your children just to grow up and be off and wicked. The Lord going to have to just get rid of all of you, man. And that's why Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is to be feared, to be reverenced, to be respected. And if you don't fear and reverence and respect him, he's going to destroy you. With that being said, I'm going to say Shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM and QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. Name is going to be God's Son, name of the Holy Spirit. The water Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, give me spirit do this lesson. Kwan Mesharallah, Abba, Babal. I pray this lesson has been edifying to the whole for elect. Shalom.